All right, we're now in section 3.3, complex numbers. So this is the homework assignment. In number 1, we want to simplify this expression. We are looking at the square root of negative 256. Okay, so square root is looking for what number you multiply times itself to get 256. We can't multiply a number times itself and get a negative. Negative times a negative is positive. Positive times a positive is also positive. So in order to solve this, we're going to have to remove this negative. So the negative comes out side of the square root and it becomes an I, which means it's an imaginary number. It's not real. And from there, we now begin to solve this problem, the square root of 256. Now, square root of 256 is a perfect square. I believe, I want to say 16. But if you don't know that, you can reduce or break down this radical, and then we can get to the square of it by breaking it down. So I'm going to go down and break it down. I know this is even, so I can divide this number by 2. So if I say divide by 2, this will give me 128, and then 2 is prime, so I cannot break that down, but 128 is not. It is also even, so I can divide this by 2 again. 128 divided by 2 will give us 64. Okay. So as I break them down, I'll scratch them out. Whatever's left, I'll leave whole. Now, 64 is a perfect square. It's 8 times 8. Now you can keep dividing by 2, but if you can find a bigger number that gives you a pair, let's use that. So 64 is 8 times 8. Now, under square root, we're looking for pairs. We got a pair of 2's, whatever multiplies, times itself. So that means we get to bring a 2 out. And we also have a pair of 8's. Now you don't have to keep breaking the 8 down because it's going to end up just multiplying all back together anyway. So we have an 8, that's a pair, we get to bring it out. We have a 2, nothing is left, everything got paired up. So a 2 and an 8, I bring out multiple numbers, you multiply them together. 2 times 8 is 16, and we have I. So this answer is 16I. So imaginary 16. All right, number 2, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the square root of a negative 15. All right, so square root of negative 15, again, we cannot have a negative under a even radical, even square root. So I will pull that out and it will become an I, so it's an imaginary number, and then square root of 15. So what times itself multiplies to give you 15? Well, nothing I can think of, so you can try to break it down and see if we can reduce it. If not, we'll leave it the same. So what multiplies to give us 15? 3 and 5. So 3 times 5 will give us 15. Both of 3 and 5 are prime, and they cannot be broken down anymore. I don't have any pairs, so since I can't break down anything or pull anything out because I have a pair, then I just multiply these back together and leave them as they are. So our answer would be imaginary square root of 15. In this case, it does not break down.